Well,
Yeah.
I guess since we're talking about Instagram, like,
Mhm.
I mean, for example, for me, when I started my YouTube channel, I hit 1,000 subs or yeah subscribers in just like less than a month, right? And
Right.
then actually, I think 2,000 followers in a month, and
Whew!
then I made my first thousand after 30 days, my first $1,000,
Good
right? And so
God.
like when I started YouTube, I didn't think that my channel would grow whatsoever
Right.
because I'm a guy with small eyes. You can't even see my eyes when I talk anyway. Why would you want to
Listen, you
listen
and
to
me
me?
both, brother.
And so my channel it grew pretty fast. Not
Mhm.
in, at least in that time when I first started YouTube 4 years ago.
Mhm.
And it has definitely it has helped me a lot in many ways.
Of course.
There are a lot of pros and cons, but with your Instagram growing a lot faster than even how my YouTube channel grew,
Mhm.
like what has like building your own brand done for you on Instagram? What would you say what has helped you, or what have you learned from that?
So the main things obviously like from a viewer's perspective, especially on the Instagram platform where everything's like very visual based. Um it's the brand deals are nice, the collaborations with all these companies are really nice, but it's taught me a lot about business.
Mm,
So handling those collaborations and deals, like when you get contracts, how do you deal with that? Um, a lot of the marketing side of things is, obviously you get either paid or sent products to market these things essentially for them, right? You're an
yeah.
influencer. So it's taught me how to look at things in a different perspective to try and convert that. You try to help these companies sell more product or convert more subscribers or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So it makes you think about the business side of things for sure, but from a personal standpoint, it's made me more open to connecting to people. So I mean, I'm sure like as a developer and Asians, I don't know if it's a very like dominant thing for Asian people to have, but I feel like we're very introverted, a majority of
Um,
the time. You know
I'm
what I
very
mean?
introverted.
Right, and I am the same way. You like if you know me, you're not gonna agree with that, but like
Yeah,
if you don't know me, obviously I'm very quiet. I'm very self-kept. But it's allowed me to be more open and kind of
exactly.
bring that into my personal life. So I feel like connecting with people through the
Mm,
DMs, through the comments, just kind of exposing my life through this platform and like bringing people for the ride has
that's
created
interesting.
that openness in myself. So that's kind
That's
of the
so true. Wow.
yeah, like you don't I feel like that's such a side, like a small thing, but you don't realize
Yeah.
it, you know what I mean? Like
You don't at
no,
all.
you don't.
Wow, that's so interesting. Because like I remember when I first started working for my stepdad's company.
Hmm.
It was a excuse me, Avis Rental Car, and I remember the first time I spoke to a customer, even when I worked at Gap at my first like company like Gap,
Hmm.
I did not know how to speak to people at all whatsoever.
Yeah,
Eh,
that's like I'll keep going. Yeah, like it's like you work in those small places and you're kind of forced
yeah,
to get out of your comfort zone. And I think that's kind of the big
exactly.
thing is with YouTube, Instagram, you get out of your comfort zone. People aren't used to posting every day, creating content, creating the caption. The captions, by the way, are the hardest thing in the world. Like
Yeah.
it takes me maybe 20 minutes to curate a paragraph if I
Uh,
don't know what I'm talking about, but it puts you out in this weird space where you're out of your comfort zone, but it makes you grow. And you don't
exactly.
realize it until like things like this happen where you can reflect on that.
Exactly. I didn't even I didn't even
Yeah,
realize it.
like, but it's a thing. No one really realizes until you talk about it. Like any one of us who are on Instagram or YouTube who have a following and do this, you know, pretty heavily, like Fidal, Andres, Oral, all those people that are on Instagram that have these followings and do these things, you become a different person at the end of the day. Yeah,
Yeah. That's so true. Like when I do think about it, I think YouTube is one of the main reasons why I've become much more charismatic. Now,
yeah,
I suck at grammar, and so there's a lot of grammar mistakes in all my Instagram posts. I didn't. I don't even know how I graduated high school, but
dude, what? I'm right
um,
there with you.
dude, like, Google has helped me a lot when
Uh
trying to
huh.
figure out how to spell something. But uh, it's crazy because I was not the best at speaking. I was
Hmm.
a shy guy. I was a shy guy in school. I was the
Hmm.
one that people made fun of.
Yeah.
I lacked so much confidence, but YouTube has increased my confidence, like, by tenfold. You know what I mean? And
Exactly.
especially when you talk about being able to message people, responding to direct messages, and people in the comments or emails I receive all the time. One thing that I learned was how to not just speak, but how to communicate.
Mhm.
How to communicate with people, how to connect with people most of all, and how to actually just give them good advice.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's the thing is that I mean, I'm the same boat as you. Like I was never fond of going out of my way to talk to people. I worked in retail for like maybe 2 years, so I got comfortable with that, but still not to the extent that YouTube and Instagram has made, especially for you, right? Cuz it's you put yourself out there and it's a voice now on YouTube instead of Instagram. It's just a
Yeah,
video of you. You go through your life, people follow you, and then in the comment sections, you get these crazy motivational or positive comments, and it's like a great
yeah,
reinforcement to you because you get that confidence back, and then every single day you want to keep doing it because you know people support you. So
exactly,
you're not limited to a handful of people you know in person or see in person. Like it's the world that's now seeing you in this different light, which allows you to improve upon that.
exactly. And
Yeah,
actually, there was a time when I actually stopped uploading for a while because I just got burned out from
yeah,
YouTube. I
yeah.
was so burned out.
Mhm.
It takes up so much of your life, you know what I mean? And it made other things in my life more difficult to manage because YouTube takes so much of your time.
Dude.
And when I stopped uploading, I actually went through a period of depression, and I didn't know why.
Mhm.
I didn't know why. I met with like I met with a, what do you call that?
A
Uh
therapist?
Therapist. Yeah, I met with a therapist and everything, and I just couldn't understand why I felt like everything was pointless.
Yeah.
And then when I started uploading again a couple months ago, with just one video, and I started feeling better immediately. And
Mhm.
it was because all of that positive reinforcement, those comments you get, the endorphins you get from those views.
Dude.
It's just like an Instagram, those likes, those
Yeah,
comments.
yeah.
And I got a lot of comments, a lot of likes, a lot of views on
Right.
YouTube. And that because I did use YouTube and I was vlogging for 4 months, 4 years straight,
Mhm.
like that becomes your life. You get so used to that. And
Yeah.
like YouTube actually helps me because when I make my videos, to be honest, yeah, I do it so I can help people, but more than anything, I came to realize I did it for myself
Mhm.
because I'm not good at explaining my feelings, my thoughts, but for some reason, when there's a camera in front of me, I can do it clearly.
Yeah, no, for sure, like, and that's what I'm saying, it puts you in this weird zone of just, like, uncomfort, you know what I mean? Like, it's a
Exactly.
different you, but it's still you.
Yep.
I don't know if that makes sense, but, like, that's kind of what it is, right? And I feel
Yeah.
you with the whole depression thing because I think for the both of us, we grew at a pace that we weren't ready for, and that's not
Mm.
necessarily a bad thing, but no one teaches you to how to handle that.
Yeah.
There's a huge influx of people that are now seeing you. There's negative comments. There's all these things that can play a factor into that, and I feel like
Uh
that's why you see famous people go crazy. And I'm not by any means
huh.
saying that we're famous,
Yeah.
but when you get
Yeah.
to a certain level of like notoriety or um, you have a following, you kind of go through your head. And us being introverted, I feel like we're very self kept and we internalize a lot of stuff. So
Yeah.
overthinking becomes an issue, and I think that's why mental health is like such a big thing because with things like
Yeah.
this, it becomes a big issue.
No, it can, man. It
Yeah.
was bad. I mean, that's literally why I bought my first dog.
Yeah,
If
no.
it
I
wasn't for
mean,
my
look,
dog, man,
I fully
oh,
support that decision. Like,
thank you,
dude, a dog can help so much,
dude. My
especially if
dog
you
saved
live
my
alone.
life, man. Yeah, I lived alone. My
Yeah.
family lived here in Vegas. My other
Yep.
family lived in San Francisco.
Mhm.
I had family in LA, but they lived an hour to 2 hours away from
Right.
where
So
I
you're
live.
you're
So
nowhere like the only human
exactly.
contact you have is people you see in public or at
Yep.
work. And like
Yeah.
even then that
Yeah.
becomes
And friends at work are different. Like when I get left my job, I don't talk to anyone from work anymore. I talk to two people, but
yeah, that's good. That's good.
yeah, it's not like real life. It's not nothing like family, to be honest.